Sagittarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I'm so glad you guys are here with me today, and I'm so glad you guys have come back. If you're just finding me, however, please remember to subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Remember, this is a timeless message. So ultimately, Sagittarius, you call this message into you. It's here because you needed it. No, I don't think that's it. It's here because you needed it. This is it. And you wanted it, and you're ready to hear it. And something is popping off because it's about to be created. This is bring your ideas to life. Either this is the time to initiate, or the ideas that you've already been working on are about to actually start to explode. So let's get into the reading. If you need a deeper reading, okay, we'll figure that out. If you need a deeper reading because you're going through something and you just need to know something specific, I do personal readings. So please check out my website and schedule. There are actually open appointments this week if you still need it. Sagittarius. Let's go. Something to do in the past. Remember, information about the past only shows up because it is impacting you right now, and you need to recall it to understand what to do about it. We have past, present, future. We're always getting to the future. Don't worry about it. But remember, the future is always in motion. So the future comes out to let you know where your potential is, right? What could happen. Not necessarily what will happen. So we have bring your ideas to life was the first one that we saw. Okay. Once again, this is about creativity and inventiveness, ingenuity. It's about something really popping off and manifesting into reality, or a spark finally coming back into your life and into your reality. This could be a time in your life when you will begin a new adventure, a new cycle of your life, or a new mentality with regard to it. The one that fell out in the past is time to let go. Time to let go is scorpionic energy, and it's coming out in reverse, which means there's stuff from way in your past that you are still hanging on to. And let me say this, either this is the time in your life when you're finally able to release it and let go and experience the freedom of true newness and a new beginning, or this shit is going to start getting in your way and impeding your ability to fully experience the happiness that is actually available for you now. So why would that come up? So you can be aware. So you can be aware, Sagittarius, so you can experience the true happiness by working on getting rid of what has been hurting you. This is pain that comes from a long time ago. I would venture to say childhood because it's so far in the distance, but it could even just be from a couple years back. It would be a really hard pain. Now, I understand that, especially 2 years ago, you guys went through a lot. I think it's even further back than that, and that could explain why you have repetitive cycles of pain, toxic relationships, career failures, whatever, wherever it comes out. It's just revealing something. And I think it's revealing something that you have not been able to let go from a while ago. So, or from a time in your past when you didn't even realize it was something to let go of. That's what's so tricky about things that hurt us in childhood, is that when we're children, we don't know anything. And so we have no frame of reference. And so a lot of times we accept toxicity as normal, right? So you may not even be aware yet that you have been doing this. This could be the time when your life changes, because suddenly you are aware, holy crap, this has been a toxin, this has been a cancer, this has been a weight on my life that I've continued to hold on to. And once I realize it and become aware of it, now I can change things. And it's almost like this awareness, this is waking up. Think of, when I see this card, I always think of Frankenstein, or young Frankenstein, or that sense of when the monster gets the bolt of light, he needs a bolt of lightning to awaken, to come to life. And so this is an awakening, or come to life, realization, or a burst of, I was never aware of this before. We have bring a gentle touch. So this is healing energy. It's Virgo energy. It's a real gentleness. It's a real kindness to yourself, kindness to others. There could be somebody that's just entered your life that is inspiring you to be gentle, to take care, to realize the impact that gentleness and even self-care can have on your life. A sense of, this is healing. This is very healing energy. Beautiful. And then we have trust in divine detours, which means we're veering toward the future. This may change your trajectory. What's awakening in you this week, it might very well change the outcome. And it's almost like God is saying, let it. Because you were never supposed to be on that path, and that's why you've been experiencing so much constant pain or letdown or disappointment, or the cycles keep repeating, because this wasn't your path. When you awaken to the truth of yourself, and you can heal and be gentle and feel this sense of peace, there's a sense of, you may not want the same things you used to. You're not going to want the same things you used to want, because now you're who you're truly meant to be. And ultimately, this is the energy of, you need to let that happen. You need to accept that whatever path or trajectory you had been on wasn't really authentically you. It was based on some sort of toxicity, toxic relationship. The answers you need are coming, just so you know. Toxic relationship, or not necessarily even toxicity, heartache, heartbreak that you were holding on to, you couldn't let go of. And it, a lot of times, like I said, from way back, it's subconscious. You don't even know that you are unaware of it, that kind of energy. So yeah, your life is about to change, moving forward from this, and be at home. So there is this energy of you finally finding where you belong, a place where you can be truly happy, to be truly yourself, to be truly what you want to be authentic, and to feel comfortable. So good news, this awakening is happening, and life is about to redirect you to a place of true happiness, true abundance. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen today and you sign your new lease today or whatever. No. It means that this awakening is happening this week, so that from that point on, it becomes clear where you want to head to, like where you should move to. Which direction you see yourself in is going to be clear and authentic to your sense of self, your truth, as opposed to your assumed identity. I guess that's the best way to put it. It really is an assumed identity based on something that you never knew. There's a curveball coming in this week, and it's really beautiful because it's liberating you back to your authentic self. It's liberating you from what you thought you had to be. Be bold and make the first moves. Maybe you've already made it, but definitely be willing to do it. Definitely be willing to do it. Cardinal Moon, here it is. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. That's also really good news. Now this is once again heading out into the future, which means a more balanced, healthy, emotional state of being. Could it mean a new romance, like a new love? Yeah, it absolutely can. But I need you to understand the true meaning of romance. Romance is based on the romantic period of time, a romantic period of existence. I believe it was late 1800s, early 1900s, but I could be mistaken. As historians, please feel free to check my dates. But it's actually just an era, E-R-A, an era. It's the romantic era. And romance is idealism. That's pretty much what it is. It's idealism and in some ways idolizing the ideals, which can be very distracting and very immature, to be honest with you, which is why during the romantic era, suddenly children started to become venerated, or childhood or even childishness started to become more acceptable and venerated. It's idealistic. It's not realistic at all. So when it says romantic period, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I just want you to understand what we mean by romance, because I think we automatically think of love between two people, and romance and love are not the same things. Romance is more of a fantasy, and love is an absolute spiritual reality. So when it says a new romantic cycle begins, however, here for you, this is really good news in this context, because what it means is now you're able to live in an ideal situation, or you understand what your ideal situation is. And this Libra energy is actually, it's actually really, really a good analogy, because Libra is about balance. It's about those scales finally being equally distributed. So there is an evenness that's coming into your life because of your awareness of what you actually really need now. I think any toxic cycle was because you were perpetually out of balance, because you were basing it on toxic things that you didn't know were toxic from the past when you were too young to know any different. Now that you know, you are absolutely changing things, and there's this beautiful like turn in your life that's going to happen where you just don't see things the same way as you used to. And you shouldn't, because this is more authentically you. So don't be surprised if, even if you just moved in with somebody or whatever, that you don't, or you just took a new job or whatever, that suddenly it's like, I already know this place isn't for me. It doesn't mean you have to leave tomorrow. It means this is the beginning of this is awareness period, is your beginning, Sagittarius. And so what's going to happen from here is that you're going to start making different decisions, and probably in a year from now, maybe a month from now, depending on how quickly you can turn this over, you might be, but you're turning that corner now. It will take some of you longer than others to turn the corner, if not emotionally, then just because, say you just did sign a lease, say you signed a mortgage, those things will take a little bit longer to get out of or to transfer legally, but it's like you're ready to do it now. And it's like you're already out the door, even though physically it may take you a while. You're already emotionally out the door, mentally out the door, because there's your strategy moving forward. You already know where you want to really be. And this is that turning of the tide. So I got to say, this is absolutely beautiful, because this is 100% a time in your life when your life turns around, or not turns around, but turns the tide. The turning of a corner. Strength is here. Now, strength comes, it means many different things, especially because of this infinity sign. First of all, it means that you've looked your demons in the mouth. So whatever it was from out here that you had held on to, you're not running from them anymore. You're not hiding. They're very clear to you. And because they're clear to you, there's a level of lack of intimidation. You're not running from them anymore. You also, when you look something in the eye, regain, it's like you reincorporate it. You regain control over it. Not that it's no longer a part of you, but that awareness means that it's not dominating you anymore. You're dictating to it. It's not dictating to you. And that's really what the strength card means. And so if you feel this feeling of new strength that's coming to you, believe me when I say this, it is real. It is 100% happening. And that infinity sign means that there's a little bit of destiny involved here. This is timelessness. This is almost like when your reality actually begins. Like you kind of been in a bad dream up until now. You just didn't know it because you just didn't know that there was anything else but it. So let's grab one of these cards, because we're going to go to the extended, and I hope you guys will join me. Click the links below. I put them in the comment section, in the description box. It's up to you. And coming out even further in the future, if all of this continues to flow, and I feel like it is, I just feel like there's a beautiful 99% momentum of Sagittarians headed this way, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support, and that's what it is. A positive shift in your flow of divine support. That's what it is. That's where we're headed. That's where that's leading. Now, what does prosperity mean? Well, let's get some more details. But prosperity could mean money, sure, but I think it's more than that, because it's almost like feeling alive after a long illness, right? Right? That feeling of you think you're going to die and you're not. That sense of realizing how valuable things are in your life. It's a true awakening. So we have Queen of Pentacles here, which means either there's a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in your life, and we do get Virgo in your life. There's somebody who will stabilize, who is very good at taking care of things, providing, being resourceful. It also could just mean, if this is not a person, it's simply that this is a stabilizing time in your life where money is going to be okay. If you're looking for a new job, your life is about to turn a corner, or it's time to start looking for a new job, because a lot of times Pentacles refer to work. I don't mean to be exclusive. Of course, interpret this how it will, but how you are resonating with it. But this is usually about work and managing your time and the money you get for it and being really good at it and taking maybe even a leadership position. So there is stability here that is coming, because you're going to be directed to it. You're almost going to run right into it, because there's this beautiful flow to your existence now that is really just so new for you. That time in your life over the past couple of years was really your cocoon phase, where your life was breaking down and you had to reconstruct. And so ultimately now you're coming out of it, that butterfly phase, and you're just going to feel how beautiful it feels to have wings. Let's go to the extended, guys. I will see you over there. We'll get deeper into this.